Hi.
It is relatively late in the day, and we've just finished watching Pathaan.
Yeah, that's almost 3 hours of our lives gone.
2.5.
2.5 hours.
Of course,
Um,
important detail.
yeah, I mean, so Pathaan basically is a movie about an ex-spy slash soldier betrayed by the country he loves, John Abraham, who wants to, take his revenge on India, the world, and of course, our main man, our hero, Shahrukh Khan, is Pathaan, who's in a rush against time to save the world slash India, and
Meet
he
some
meets
fun.
some interesting characters along the way. One of whom I'm sure
Deepika
you all
Padukone.
know, Deepika Padukone, and scattered along the way are
There's Ashutosh Rana, there's Dimple Kapadia. So, yeah, there's a whole host of characters, including a couple of cameos that everybody knows about, but we won't mention because we don't want to give spoilers.
Of course.
But, yeah, so you get the drift.
I will
And-
say that I think our viewing experience was a little impeded by the fact that we were at home and we watched this on Netflix. I feel like this is something you should experience in theaters.
I'm very happy to you, but I think if I'd seen it in a theater, I would have either shot somebody or. But okay.
But yeah,
What did you think of the movie?
imagine every Marvel action sequence, Mission Impossible, James Bond, Man from Uncle, Kingsman, some more. It's just Fast and the Furious.
Blank action movie.
It's all somehow
Night and day.
mashed into that movie. I don't know how. Story wise, there's a very thin, story
Mhm.
running.
And with everything, just add in loads of emotional drama.
Thoda Indian patriotism ka thoda sprinkle.
Just keep adding in drama for everything.
Some nice
So, take all the action
item numbers.
sequences and now यहाँ पे ड्रामा का तड़का, यहाँ पे थोड़ा मिर्ची मसाला, यहाँ पे थोड़ा,
Basically.
It was just, I mean, I think what made it enjoyable in a way is that I was watching it with Dad and Deepika, because we get in the comments and
100%.
but I feel like we made it to the 2 hour mark, and I think after that, Dad and I just kind of lost it.
I was really trying to keep this an enjoyable experience. It was difficult. I will say it required a lot of persistence from me.
We all tried.
I think it is overall. I will say it was an enjoyable experience. It was an enjoyable experience. I think there's a lot about it that was fun. There will be moments where you will definitely find your mind wandering and thinking, "What am I doing?" But I think overall, it had some fun things to it. It was trying something new. I can understand why people were so hype about it. Again, I feel like there was something like if we watched this in some random Indian theater somewhere where everybody was there and all the fan people were there, it would be a whole other experience. So I think I'm going to give it its credit there.
I know. I mean, I think all I will say is from like a viewing experience, like technologically, I think this movie was interesting in terms of some of the green screen or renderings that they did.
They were all right.
I will say that some of the fight scenes were well choreographed, but then they go ahead and do something stupid that discredits all of that work. And I think sound design wise,
Sound design is incredible.
it was
really
interesting,
nice.
but
It was really nice.
apart
I
from
think that they are starting to take a lot more of a Tollywood approach to it in that sense, where I think they're a bit influenced by the whole grandeur of it, where that I don't think they're as focused on trying to make it make sense, which isn't usually a priority either. But I think they just went all out with it, guns blazing, literally. And I think that's I try to give it. I just let go of any logical sense, and I just
like I was just talking to Dad. I mean, I would love to be a part of one of the pitch meetings for this movie. It's like, oh yeah, rocket ship car, and oh yeah, they jump off the building, and the building turns out to be a car, and
there's a hologram somewhere.
Okay, nothing makes sense. But then neither does James Bond or Mission Impossible, etc., etc. So maybe we are being too harsh here.
That's what I'm saying.
I think what grates a little bit though is the level of emotional melodrama that gets added on to every alternate scene here as well, which then you at least that you normally don't get in the other action thrillers, where it's then it's just about so then it's just about action and it's about the
Yeah.
thrills.
Yeah.
Here, along with the action and the thrills, you get
Yeah.
tears and
Yeah.
patriotism and
A
etc.
forced
etc.
romance.
Post romance and blah 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 blah. So I think that's the only area where then it makes it drag a little bit rather than be a thrill a minute ride, and that's where I find I have issues because then you don't know what genre you're really trying to sell in that sense.
I think they were trying to go back to a, in a sense, masala film kind of vibe.
But then,
I
for
just-
example,
just
where was the
everything.
comedy?
I mean,
they did try it
They
with a
tried
comedy.
comedy.
They
That
did try with
it
comedy.
missed. I think SRK is. I really don't know how I feel about him.
Yeah.
So what is your take on SRK? A lot of people went like berserk. So yeah.
I think I think most of the berserk part of it has been the looks, which he looked good. I thought he was fine. John Abraham looked good. Deepika Padukone looked incredible.
I enjoyed. Deepika
I think I
Padukone.
definitely enjoyed Deepika
I enjoyed
Padukone.
Deepika Padukone.
I'm with young Padawan here.
and so I think it was fun. I think he acted well, and there's a moment I think where we all like at least him and I were just like, whoa, he's next to 60. He's like nearing 60, which I think is impressive. That's
Ageism
what-
is creeping into the Nagpal family, but yeah.
no, but I thought it was good and like impressive and like
I
yeah, that's all.
I think he's had good movies in the past.
Oh, then he lost
that I've
basically.
liked. I think he's done some questionable movies. I get probably the hype behind this.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Him
action
coming
thing.
back.
And he was okay, not great, not
Yeah.
bad, but I think comedy kind of
More
missed
of I
him.
think SRK has kind of become a like it's not really his acting that people go for. It's the persona of SRK in a movie. So it's like he doesn't even really need to act well as long as he's there and he does some things well. And he's like I don't know much about it. Let's go.
But yeah, right.
One,
Oh yeah, we're gonna do the same
Let's
thing.
do it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah,
One.
okay.
2, 3. 6, 5, 4.
This isn't scripted.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, average is 5.
I would say that if you're watching this movie, like either go with some
Theaters.
friends, some family members, just for the laughs.
The
I think you can't watch this alone.
No, you will
give
lose your
up.
mind.
Yeah, you lose your mind.
Just
You will lose
watch it with somebody.
But
I mean, it's
yeah,
an
and
experience.
suspend belief. Don't go into it with critical like this is a plot and this is. Don't do that. You're gonna ruin it for yourself because nothing will make
But
sense.
like I said, you don't do that even for like Fast and the Furious or
yeah,
Mission
you go in there
Impossible
for
or
the
anything.
thrills and the adrenaline.
But here, for me, the problem is they keep breaking the thrills to add in
That's
ye
the
lo romance.
Bollywood aspect,
Fir
though.
ye lo
But
chalo
That's what
patriotism.
makes it
Fir
Bollywood.
chalo
Otherwise,
ye lo
what makes it
revenge.
Bollywood?
I
No, I
don't
think
know.
that's
So
what makes it Bollywood.
I think the levels to the whole thing.
Yeah.
You can have an action movie and you can add the romance, but I feel like there are ways to do it.
In ways that
And
aren't
I
so
think the
forced.
difference in like you mentioned that there are similarities in the sense that an MI5 or a James Bond can be crazy as well, but I just feel like the way they execute certain things,
Yeah.
and I think Hollywood in that sense is just a few steps ahead.
I don't know.
I'm seeing Bollywood get there. There's
Dollywood
some
has
interesting-
aced it. I think
interesting stuff
Bollywood is trying
coming
to
up, but
imitate.
I mean,
that.
again, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's
over
fun.
the top. It's like it's fun in some degrees. You know our ratings. We would love to know yours. And
Let us know.
let us know.
Let us
Thank
know.
you.